Setting, backstage at the Grand Country Music Awards. The air buzzes with excitement. Camera crews rushing, artists passing by, laughter echoing down the hallway. The glow of the stage lights seeps through the curtains. Action. Kelly Clarkson sits quietly in front of her mirror, sipping warm tea and humming softly. She's calm, focused, preparing for the big moment ahead. Suddenly, the door opens, and Tim McGraw steps in. His face looks serious, his usual charm replaced with quiet frustration. Dialogue. Tim, firm tone. Kelly, we need to clear something up before we go out there. Kelly, turning to him surprised. Tim? What's wrong? Tim, that interview you gave yesterday, the one about country music losing its heart. You know people think you meant me. Kelly, confused. What? No, I was talking about the industry, not you. You've always been one of the real ones. Tim, shaking his head. It didn't sound that way. Kelly, sighs. Sometimes the truth gets twisted. I never meant to disrespect you. A brief silence. The distant sound of applause grows louder. A stagehand calls out, 2 minutes, you're on! Tim, quietly. Let's just get through this, okay? Kelly, nodding. Yeah, let's. They both walk toward the stage entrance, forced smiles ready but tension still hanging in the air like a storm about to break. Setting. The main stage of the Grand Country Music Awards. Bright lights beam across the crowd. Thousands of fans cheer as Tim McGraw and Kelly Clarkson walk onto the stage together, microphones in hand, smiling for the cameras. Action. The music fades, and they stand side by side under the spotlight. Their smiles look perfect for the audience, but up close there's tension behind those smiles. Kelly glances briefly at Tim. He avoids her eyes. Dialogue, reading from the teleprompter. Kelly, cheerful tone. Good evening, everyone. What an amazing night celebrating the best in country music. Tim, smooth but stiff. That's right, Kelly. Country music's all about heart, truth, and keeping it real. He puts extra weight on the last words, and Kelly notices. Her smile flickers for a moment. Kelly, trying to stay composed. And sometimes, speaking that truth can start big conversations. Right, Tim? Tim, smirking slightly. Guess it depends who's talking. The crowd laughs, thinking it's playful banter, but behind the stage lights, Kelly's jaw tightens. Stage direction. As they continue reading the next lines, Kelly's hand trembles slightly around the microphone. Tim keeps his voice steady, but his eyes stay fixed straight ahead. The audience cheers, unaware of the storm brewing between them. The music swells, signaling the next segment. Kelly forces a smile, but her breathing grows shallow. She glances at Tim again, his expression unreadable. The moment feels endless under the blinding lights. Setting. Kelly Clarkson's dressing room, a quiet space after the loud, glittering stage. The walls are lined with mirrors surrounded by glowing bulbs. Makeup brushes and award show programs are scattered across the vanity. The muffled sound of the show continues outside, but inside, the air feels heavy. Action. Kelly stands in front of the mirror, removing her earrings with shaking hands. Her reflection looks tired, her forced smile gone. The door opens sharply behind her. Tim McGraw steps in, still wearing his hat, his expression tense. Kelly, startled. Tim, you could have knocked. Tim, firmly. We need to talk. Kelly, right now. He closes the door behind him. The click echoes through the room. Kelly, turning, uneasy. I said what I needed to say already. I didn't mean it the way you think. Tim, raising his voice slightly. You went on live TV and told the world country music's lost its truth. That's not just the system, that's us. The people who built this. Kelly, frowning. I wasn't attacking anyone, Tim. I love this music as much as you do. But I won't pretend it's perfect. Tim, angrily. You think it helps to tear it down on camera. Kelly, emotional. I think it helps to be honest. I didn't come from Nashville royalty. I came from nowhere. I've seen fans lose faith because no one speaks up anymore. Action. Tim paces across the room, running a hand over his face. Kelly's voice cracks slightly, but she stands her ground. Tim, quieter now. You could have called me. You could have told me what you meant before it blew up everywhere. Kelly, hurt. And would you have listened? The silence between them deepens. Kelly's eyes glisten, and Tim looks away, his anger slowly giving way to guilt. The room feels small, filled with unspoken words. Setting, late night outside the Grand Country Music Awards venue. The show is over. The parking lot glows under soft yellow streetlights. A few crew members pack equipment into trucks, their voices faint in the distance. The night air is cool, calm, a sharp contrast to the heat of the argument earlier. Action. Kelly Clarkson stands beside her car, arms folded, her eyes still red from crying. She stares at the pavement, replaying every word from the confrontation. Her phone vibrates in her hand, another message she ignores. The sound of boots on gravel breaks the silence. Tim McGraw walks toward her, hat in hand, his face tired but softer now. He stops a few feet away, unsure how to start. Kelly, quietly, without looking up. You came to finish what you started? Tim, shaking his head. No. I came to make things right. Kelly finally looks up, eyes glistening under the parking light. Tim, gently. I let my pride do the talking back there. You didn't deserve that. Kelly, sniffling. You weren't wrong about caring, Tim. You just forgot that I care too. Action. The wind picks up slightly, carrying the faint hum of the city. Tim takes a slow step closer, his tone softer now, regretful. Tim, I know you do. I just didn't like hearing that from you. Felt like you were saying the music's lost, and I've spent my life trying to keep it alive. Kelly, voice trembling. I wasn't saying it's lost. I was saying it needs saving. You're part of what makes it worth saving. A long silence follows, heavy but gentle this time. Tim looks down, then back at her, eyes full of understanding. Tim, quietly. You've got more heart than most. Guess I forgot that. Kelly exhales slowly, her anger melting away, though her voice is still shaky. She steps closer, wiping her eyes with the back of her hand. The two stand there in the soft glow of the lights, the noise of the world fading, just two artists. Both hurt, both human, trying to find peace. The next morning at Kelly Clarkson's home. Sunlight streams through the kitchen window, soft and golden. A half-empty mug of coffee sits on the counter beside a notebook filled with scribbled lyrics. The house is quiet, peaceful, but Kelly's mind isn't. Action. Kelly sits at the kitchen table in her hoodie, strumming her guitar lightly. Every note echoes the emotion from the night before. Her eyes are tired but thoughtful. She stops playing, exhales, and flips through her phone. Dozens of notifications from fans, journalists, and friends asking about what happened with Tim. She doesn't reply to any of them. Kelly, softly to herself. They only see the show, not what's behind it. She looks down at the lyrics she's been writing, words about truth, pride, and forgiveness. A faint smile crosses her face, though her eyes are still wet. Action. Her phone buzzes again. This time it's a new message from Tim McGraw. She hesitates, then opens it. Tim, you were right about one thing. Music only works when it's honest. Hope we can talk soon.